Number 10. Eric Clapton, VA Bene. Price, $11.7 million. Built by Dutchman Kees Cornelissen in 1992. It can accommodate 12 guests and 13 crew members. Ever since, VA Bene became the property of rock legend Eric Clapton. Things have only gotten better as the value is already estimated at $11.7 million. Number 9. Steven Spielberg, The Seven Seas. Price, $184 million. With this boat, you can safely navigate the seven seas. As director of blockbusters like Jaws, and yet he's not afraid at sea. E.T., Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park and so much more. Steven Spielberg has earned a nice penny. He also offers this yacht for rent. And if you think this will make it affordable, think again. The rent is $1.3 million per week. Number 8. Bono from U2. Cyan. Price, $24 million. This yacht of no less than 43 meters long belongs to U2 lead singer Bono. Ideal for relaxing a bit when he is on edge. With her 6 cabins, she can accommodate 12 people. There is of course room for relaxation with a piano, an outdoor cinema, a swimming pool and a jacuzzi. Magnificent. Number 7. Tiger Woods, The Privacy. Price, $25 million. It is understandable if you are filthy rich. And a wave of gossip comes over you about your countless extramarital affairs, that you tend to retreat to your own luxury yacht, and that you name that boat The Privacy. This is what Tiger Woods did, and as you can see it is quite pleasant to stay for those who go on board with the man, since the guy likes to impress with his size. The Privacy is 47 meters tall and has 5 bedrooms, a giant plasma screen that emerges from a built-in closet and can be turned towards the lounge or dining room as you choose. Number 6. Johnny Depp, Amphitrite. Price, $29 million. If you play the starring role in The Pirates of the Caribbean, then you owe it to your status to be the owner of a ship. Johnny Depp sold this real sailing yacht not so long ago to Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling. She is said to have fallen in love with Amphitrite when she chartered the boat for a sailing trip with her husband and 2 children. The 5 bedrooms can accommodate 10 people. We are halfway through. Keep looking because beautiful people are coming. With Leonardo DiCaprio, Beyoncé, and Nicole Kidman. Number 5. Nicole Kidman, Hokulani. Price, $4.5 million. Kidman's total wealth was recently estimated by Forbes at $259 million. So the top Australian actress will not be shy about purchasing this water toy. The yacht includes an indoor bar, an outside bar, a luxury kitchen, 5 luxury cabins, each with a bathroom. For entertainment, there are water skis and wakeboards. Number 4. Leonardo DiCaprio Topaz. Price, $678 million. Credit where credit is due. The owner of Topaz is Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Mansour is an oil billionaire and the current Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates. At the end of the movie, The Wolf of Wall Street, DiCaprio as Jordan Belfort had to hand over all his luxury toys to the tax authorities. The star actor is said to have built a true reputation in his circle of friends for the legendary parties he gives on luxury yachts that he charters. Recently DiCaprio rented this yacht to throw an 80s party for about 100 guests, who were pampered by some 85 employees. The charter price for this gem at sea is no less than $3,750,000. Expensive party Leo. Number 3. Nicolas Cage, Sarita. Price, $20 million. Between 1996 and 2011, Cage made about $150 million in blockbuster roles such as Gone in 60 Seconds, Windtalkers, and National Treasure. Snake Eyes also brought in an additional $16 million. According to Yacht Haven Phuket, Sarita has a length of 38 meters and can accommodate 12 guests and a crew of 9 people. The luxury yacht has a huge deck with bar and jacuzzi. There is also a gym, jet skis, water skis, and kayaks for entertainment on the water. Cage not only made a lot of money, He spent even more than he could afford and was later forced to sell some luxury houses and also get rid of this floating pearl because of tax debts. In spite of his wage, he is still just a bird in a cage. Number 2. Beyoncé and Jay-Z, Galactica Star, featuring Nigerian energy magnate Kola Aluko. Price, $73 million. Beyoncé and Jay-Z enjoyed a vacation with their children on the Galactica Star, which they chartered. Cost, $900,000 per week. This beautiful ship was built by the Dutch Heesen shipyard. And, as stated in Business Insider, is owned by the Nigerian energy magnate Kola Aluko. It is no less than 67 meters long. Has a helipad, a spa, obviously a large pool on the deck, and can accommodate 12 guests. Watch and admire. What a wheelhouse. Number 1. Giorgio Armani. Price, $60 million. According to Forbes, his total net worth is estimated at about $9.3 billion. This was all earned with the designing of clothes, handbags, glasses, perfume and other cosmetics. And of course, also watches. This yacht shows that style icon Giorgio Armani doesn't just love beautiful clothes. The man who is characteristically always dressed in black also paid tribute to this one pearl in dark shades to match with the owner. Giorgio's sense of aesthetics and minimalism is also evident in the interior. The Italian shipbuilder Codecasa spent no less than 30 months building this floating palace, always under the close supervision of the fashion king himself. Codecasa also built a yacht for his colleagues Dolce & Gabbana. 18 to 19 Kensington Palace Gardens, London. We kick off in the UK. More specifically in the capital London. In the posh neighbourhood of Kensington is a hut with an estimated value of $222 million. This 19th century building is a whopping 55,000 square meters big. Developer David Khalili merged two separate houses into a flowing whole. Originally the Russian and Egyptian embassies were located there. The current owner is Lakshmi Mittal. The name Mittal should definitely ring a bell. ArcelorMittal is the world's largest steel producer. Number 9. 220 Central Park, South Penthouse, New York. Robert A. M. Stern designed this skyscraper with a view of Central Park in New York. The accompanying penthouse of this 79-story building was bought by famed hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin for a whopping $238 million. It is 24,000 square meters. You sit high and dry. The building also stands out because it is covered with Alabama silver shadow limestone. It is also known for its luxurious amenities, including a wellness center, athletics club, private dinners, and entertainment facilities. Number 8. 4 Fairfield Pond, Sagaponack, New York. This property is situated in the Hamptons, and then you already know enough. This limestone Renaissance castle worth $248 million, which is owned by Ira Rennet, the CEO of Renco. His parents were Jewish immigrants from Poland and Romania. Rennet's strategy to build Renco was to acquire all the shares of troubled companies and finance the acquisition by issuing junk bonds. Along the way, Rennet paid significant dividends from the company to himself. This mansion with an associated domain of 62,000 square feet can accommodate 100 cars. Has several recreation rooms, squash and tennis courts, 3 swimming pools, a basketball court, a bowling alley, and a 91-foot dining room. And also 29 bedrooms. Number 7. Mesa Vista Ranch, Eastern Texas Panhandle. The estimated value is $250 million and belonged to T. Boone Pickens, the founder of Mesa Petroleum, who died in 2019. The domain is 65,000 acres in size. Contains different golf courses, 20 landscaped lakes, a dog kennel of 11,000 square feet, a private airport, a pub and chapel. Number 6. The Odeon Tower Penthouse, Monaco. Estimated value, $330 million. Architect Alexandra Giraldi was the designer of this tower in the fashionable principality. The penthouse is no less than 35,000 square feet and covers several floors. Of course, you can go there with a private lift. But the most spectacular is by far a waterslide from an upper floor in an infinity pool with 360-degree views of the surrounding landscape. Number 5. Le Palais Bullers, Theoul-sur-Mer, France. Value, $390 million. The Bubble Palace with a view of the Mediterranean Sea was built between 1975 and 1989, and is owned by fashion designer Pierre Cardin, who uses it as a holiday home. It is said to be inspired by man's first dwellings, namely the caves. The cottage is surrounded by gardens and contains no less than 3 swimming pools, and an amphitheater that can accommodate 500 people. Cardin showed his collegiality by allowing Dior to view his collection of 2015 here to present to the world. Number 4. Villa Les Cèdres, Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, France. Estimated value, $410 million. The Belgian King Leopold II bought this estate in 1904. It was originally built as early as 1830. This house was labeled as the most expensive on the market when it was put up for sale again in 2017 by the once owner, David Campari, Milano owner of the Campari Group. I guess you know the man from the beverages. The Belle Epoque mansion has no fewer than 14 bedrooms, an Olympic swimming pool, the most exclusive interior decoration with bling crystal chandeliers, 19th century oil paintings, and you name it. Cheers. Number 3. Villa La Léopolda, Villefranche-sur-Mer, France. We stay in France. This property belongs to Brazilian banker Edmond Safra's wealthy widow. Ms. Lily Safra's cottage was the setting for an Alfred Hitchcock classic, To Catch a Thief, and is located in the Alpes Maritime on the Côte d'Azur. It has 15 bathrooms and 11 bedrooms. The building takes its name from the original owner, again the Belgian King Leopold II, who gave it to one of his mistresses at the time. Number 2. Intilia Tower, Mumbai. Value, $1 billion. This was commissioned by Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani. He is currently the richest man in Asia with a net worth of US $81.4 billion, and as of July 24, 2020, he is on the Forbes list as the 5th richest person in the world. The building has 24 floors and you can use 9 high-speed lifts. It covers an area of 400,000 square feet and it is located in Kumbala Hill, Mumbai. It can withstand an earthquake of 8 on the Richter scale. 6 floors are used to park all his cars. The building also has its own service garage for maintenance and repairs to the cars, and a cinema for 50 people. Number 1. Buckingham Palace. Estimated value, $2.9 billion. God save the Queen. British royals have been housed in this imposing castle in London since 1837. When the Queen is present, the royal standard flies on the middle pavilion. If she is not there, the Union Jack will be lifted. More than 300 people work on the royal court every day. It has 775 rooms. So with a marital twist, there is room for seclusion. There are 52 guest bedrooms and no fewer than 92 officers. There is a chapel, doctor's office, swimming pool and staff cafeteria. The largest room is the ballroom, 36.6 x 18 by 13.5 meters. State dinners take place here. Heads of state sleep in the Belgian suite. It was built by Queen Victoria for her uncle, Leopold I of Belgium. The thrones of her parents and grandparents are also here. Buckingham Palace houses part of the royal collection, with paintings by Rembrandt, Rubens, Van Dyck, Vermeer, Poussin, Canaletto, and Claude Lorraine, among others. With all that, get a hangover in style. Number 10. Remy Martin Louis XIII Jeroboam Cognac. I must say, I do appreciate a good cognac from time to time. These very limited editions bottles are priced at $29,000. This liquor is a fine blend of passion fruit and jasmine and is complemented by notes of fig, prune, iris, nutmeg, and ginger. Number 9. Chateau d'Yquem. One doesn't call this an ordinary white wine. At an auction, this 1811 premium wine was sold to a Frenchman. How could it be otherwise for the small amount of $85,000? This little investment made him the proud owner of one of the world's finest wines, which are known for their sweetness, concentration, and complexity. This wine is a pale, bright gold shade at the onset and its color darkens to bronze chestnut as it ages. Wine connoisseurs have given it a score of 101/100, making it one of the most coveted and perfect white wines on the planet. Number 8. Penfold Ampoule. You're not gonna believe this one. Whenever the owner decides to open it, a member of the winemaking team will be present at the opening. Just when you wanted to share it with your better half in a blissful bubble bath. It is manufactured at a single vineyard and is completely encased in a glass hand-blown ampoule that does not have a screw cap. It contains 750 milliliters of Penfold's Block 42 Calimna Cabernet Sauvignon 2004 vintage. Only 12 ampoules have been produced so far. The price of our little ampoule is $168,000. Number 7. The Sapphire Revelation by Bombay Liquor. Bombay is one of the most popular companies based in London that deals with making quality gin. There are only 5 of these handcrafted bottles which are diamond-shaped and made of baccarat crystal. Considering the price tag of $200,000, I certainly hope this one's of superb quality. Number 6. Armand de Brignac Midas Liquor. There are only 6 limited edition bottles in the world of most expensive liquor Armand de Brignac Midas, also known as Ace of Spades. In fact, these bottles were manufactured by none less than 8 craftsmen and was inspired by the myth of King Midas. This champagne bottle weighs 45 kilograms. It is produced with the help of old-world techniques to give it an authentic flavor in Chigny-les-Roses in France. The blend is a mixture of 20% Pinot Meunier, 40% Chardonnay and 40% Pinot Noir. It's got a creamy texture, fruity aroma, sumptuous palate, and silky finish. If you wanna buy this one, it's gonna cost you $215,000. Number 5. Dalmore 62 Scotch Whiskey. Here only 12 bottles are made. This 62-year-old single malt was aged in Oloroso cask before being bottled. It was created in Dalmore Distillery in Scotland and has a strength of 40.5% volume. The bottles are considered a sound investment by those who know a thing or two about whiskey. Number 4. 1945 Romani Conti Wine. The 1945 vintage is legendary, a virtually unobtainable, unicorn wine. The year in which World War II ended was hot overall, the wine's super concentrated, and thanks to hail and frost, production was small. Only 600 bottles of Romani Conti were made, and, at this point, very few are left. There is really no normal opportunity to get it. A private Asian collector bid a dazzling $558,000 for a single bottle of 1945 Romani Conti at Sotheby's. Number 3. Diva Vodka. A rare vodka that is triple filtered at Blackwood Distillers in Scotland. The first step includes ice filtering, and then it is passed through Nordic birch charcoal and lastly through sand that includes semi-precious and precious gems. The actual reason for the high price tag of a bottle of Diva Vodka is because of its packaging, as Swarovski crystals are integrated into the middle of the glass-scented bottle. This super premium vodka bottle was produced in the year 2007 and has gained prominence over the years because of its expensiveness. Since a diva may cost something, this one's $1 million. Number 2. Henry IV Dudognon Heritage Cognac Grande Champagne. Over 100 years old and has been aged in oak barrels. The bottle was made by José Davalos Mejia from sterling platinum, 24-karat gold, and studded with an estimated 6,500 diamonds. This rare cognac is named after King Henry IV and was produced since the year 1776. It is a limited edition series that is very popular because of its expensive price tag. The exclusive bottle weighs nearly 8 kilograms and is filled with 100 centiliters of extraordinary Dudognon Heritage Cognac Grande Champagne. It has an alcohol content of 41% and a price of $2 million, save the empties anyway. And now, the most expensive alcoholic beverage in the world. Number 1. Tequila Ley .925. José Davalos is the designer of this bottle of Mejia, and since its creation has been exhibited at several cities like Paris, Moscow, London, and Berlin. Ley is a Highland tequila that is sold in an amazing bottle made from platinum. It weighs 2 kilograms and it's enriched with 4,100 white diamonds. It took nearly 10 months and hard labor of 17 artisans to manufacture the bottle. This premium extra añejo was created in Jalisco at Hacienda La Capilla Distillery. It is made from premium agave, has an alcohol content of 42% and has aged for 7 years in the barrel. The bottle is named as Ley Diamante and its current amount is estimated at $3.5 million. Look out for the next video in the series. Most expensive handbags in the world 2020 Top 10. If this helped, please give this video a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss out on all the interesting tips about luxury lifestyle that I will be sharing in the future, then hit the subscribe button and press the bell for notifications. Please let me know in the comment section below this video, which of the 10 beverages is your favorite? Or do you have another favorite drink? In a moment we will be revealing the priciest dish on earth. So without further ado, let the countdown begin. Enjoy your meal. Number 10. Sushi at Masa in New York. Sushi is said to be very healthy, but not for your purse in this case. At Masa in New York, you can have an exquisite portion of raw fish at the price of $600. This does not include any drinks. You can save on tip money because it's Chef Masayoshi Takayama's policy not to accept any tips from anyone. How kind of him. Number 9. Prefix menu price $872.89. At Ultraviolet in Shanghai. If you want a multi-sensory dining experience, how approximately a dinner that dazzles extra than your flavor buds. French chef Paul Pirate designed the idea in 2012. This 20-course meal comes with theme music for every route and also a show for each course. You can't say they don't work for their money. All visitors at the desk are served the same food at the identical time. Number 8. Kobe beef and Maine lobster burger. Price $777. At Burger Brasserie in Las Vegas. This burger is served up with pancetta, goat cheese, seared foie gras, arugula, Maine lobster and 100-year-aged balsamic paired with a BLT salad. A bottle of Rose Dom Perignon champagne is also included. Cheers. Back to the Big Apple. Number 7. Golden Opulence Sundae. Price $1,000. At Serendipity 3 in New York. This New York restaurant will help you check off eat a 4-figure dessert from your bucket list. Please note that you must order this little treat 48 hours in advance. This Tahitian vanilla ice cream made with Madagascar vanilla bean is covered in 24-karat gold leaf. Specialty chocolates, Parisian candied fruits, truffles, caviar, and more. A sundae of this magnitude isn't served in a simple glass dish, but in a baccarat crystal bowl that you can take home as a souvenir. How very generous. Instead of taking a pill in Ibiza, why don't you have dinner for a change? Number 6. Dinner at Sublimotion in Ibiza. Price $1,757. Most families don't even spend that much on food in 1 month, but when you've got the money and you're hungry, why not? Chef Paco Ronchero opened the restaurant in the Hard Rock Hotel in Ibiza in 2014, creating a spectacle for the eyes, ears, and taste buds. Music and art go along with the 15 to 20 course tasting menu. Haven't we heard that before? Number 5. The $1 Zillion Lobster Frittata, $2,000. At Norma's in New York. The $1 Zillion Lobster Frittata may look out of place on the menu for Norma's in New York. Generally speaking, isn't an extremely expensive restaurant. Most items on the menu are in the $30 range. So what's the catch? This $2,000 omelette includes 10 ounces of Sevruga caviar, which explains the price. For those who can't afford to pay it, there is a smaller frittata with only 1 ounce of caviar available for just $200. Food appears to be quite pricey in good old New York. Number 4. 24K * pizza, $2,700. At Industry Kitchen in New York. This restaurant is situated in New York's South Street Seaport neighborhood. You have to order this pizza 48 hours in advance. Stilton cheese, foie gras, platinum ossetra caviar, truffles and 24-karat gold leaf are the ingredients that justify the price of this little pizza. Number 3. Fleur Burger. $5,000. Price, yes, $5,000. At Fleur in Las Vegas. Chef Hubert Keller created this tasty piece of work. He uses the most expensive meat to flavor this $5,000 burger. The Wagyu beef costs about $100 per pound. Also contributing to the high cost are truffles worth $1,500 per pound. The meal also comes with a bottle of 1995 Chateau Petrus, valued at $2,500. Number 2. Louis XIII Pizza, $9,315.71. At Renato Viola, Salerno, Italy. Louis XIII Pizza is one of the most expensive food items you can order on this planet. It will be made in your home by Renato Viola, who happens to be one of Italy's best master pizza chefs. The pizza comes with sophisticated toppings, such as mozzarella di bufala, lobster, and caviar, all flown in from all different parts of the world. To make the party complete, it's served with Remy Martin Cognac Louis XIII and Champagne Cru Clos du Mesnil 1995. Number 1 most expensive dish in the world. The Fortress Stilt Fisherman Indulgence price, $14,500. At the Fortress Resort and Spa in Sri Lanka. Note that this delicacy should be ordered 24 hours in advance. This dessert features Italian cassata flavored with Irish cream and is served with a pomegranate mango compote. The base is a champagne sabayon, adorned with an 80-carat aquamarine stone, placed beneath a handcrafted chocolate stilt fisherman. I never knew fishermen had such an expensive taste. So now you have an idea or two of where to have dinner tonight. If this helped, please give this video a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss out on all the interesting tips about luxury lifestyle that I will be sharing in the future, then hit the subscribe button. And press the bell for notifications. Look out for the next video in the series. 10 most expensive cars in the world 2020. Please, let me know in the comment section below this video. Which of the 10 is your Finer hotel, the Penthouse. Miami Beach. Price, $39,500 per night. Welcome to the penthouse of the Finer Hotel. Remember to wear sunscreen, as this suite was decorated by film director Baz Luhrmann and his wife Catherine Martin. This suite offers a beautiful panoramic view of the sea and the city of Miami. It has 2 floors with 1 living room and dining place, and also 5 bedrooms. So maybe you can share the costs. And then you can also have a drink from this beautiful bar. Or would you rather sit on the balcony looking at the sea? Watch and enjoy it. Number 9. Royal Suite, Plaza Hotel. New York City. Price, $40,000 per night. Here you can relive the adventures of Kevin McAllister from Home Alone 2. This legendary suite has a dining area for 12 people, a whopper of a grand piano, a library, and a private gym. 3 bedrooms. You also have a private elevator entrance. And you can enjoy a view of Fifth Avenue and the famous Pulitzer Fountain. Oh, and watch out for Hector. Number 8. Hotel Cala di Volpe, the Penthouse Suite. Port Servo, Italy. Price, $41,177 per night. You wouldn't tell from the outside, but behind these rustic facades hides the 8th most expensive hotel suite in the world. This penthouse overlooks the beautiful Costa Smeralda. Private is the keyword for this hotel. Included is a private swimming pool on the roof, a luxury wine cellar, a solarium, 3 bedrooms with king-size luxury beds, a bath and large walk-in shower, a jacuzzi, and a private beach. Number 7. The Royal Mansour, the Grand Riyadh. Marrakesh, Morocco. Price, $43,480 per night. In the exotic Marrakesh, you will find the majestic Royal Mansour Hotel with the cream of the crop, the Grand Riyadh. The luxurious residence of 1,800 square meters offers a view of the Atlas Mountains and the Qutubiyya Mosque Tower, and has its private entrance through an olive tree patio. The rooms are beautifully decorated from crystal chandeliers to silky stucco lace fabrics, carved cedar and modern artwork. The pinnacle of luxury is expressed in the private butler who serves you at all your needs, and for people with children, also nannies are provided. There is also a spa with a hammam for the ultimate relaxation moment. A private elevator takes you to the first floor, where you will find 3 bedrooms with separate bathrooms. Of course, there is a private swimming pool, or you can enjoy a delicious cocktail in one of the lounges. Number 6. The Hilltop Villa. Lorcala Island, Fiji. Price, $45,000 per night. This 4-acre property is split into 3 units. First, you have the Delana. This is the master suite, containing a large living room, a library, and a large private pool with a spectacular waterfall and a hot tub. A large bedroom with a walk-in wardrobe. Then there is the Dua. This is a small cozy adjoining villa, in which 2 sliding doors separate the sleeping area from the bathroom. Finally, There is the Rua, a medium-sized villa with a separate living area and a private pool. We are only halfway through and already at prices of $45,000 per night. Stay tuned as the most beautiful pearls are yet to come. Number 5. Four Seasons Ty Warner Penthouse, New York City. Price, $50,000 per night. This penthouse is located on the 52nd floor and therefore offers a nice view. You can look down on Uptown, Downtown, and Midtown, thanks to the surrounding glass balconies. A very nice extra to this suite is that you get a Rolls-Royce with a driver. And to relax you also get private massages. There is also a king-size bed and a mega-large bathroom. You can also enjoy barrel-aged cocktails, a curated selection of spirits cocktails aged for 60 days in American oak. All these goodies for the modest price of $50,000 a night. Number 4. Hotel Martinez, the Penthouse Suite, Cannes, France. Price, $53,200 per night. This hotel combines the Art Deco style of the 1930s with the typical azure blue colors of the French Riviera. During the Cannes Festival, countless movie stars have already found their way to the top floor of Hotel Martinez. The house is 1,000 square meters in size. For enjoying the sun, you have the private terrace of 500 square meters on the 7th floor, overlooking the Mediterranean, with dining table, sunbeds and sofas. Of course, there is a 24/7 room service and a king-size bed. The chef of the Hotel Christian Synecropy is a local and has already earned 2 Michelin stars, with the accompanying restaurant, La Palme d'Or. Number 3. The Mark Hotel, Mark Penthouse Suite, New York City. Price, $75,000 per night. Already our third hotel in the Big Apple. This residence occupies the top 2 floors of the Mark Hotel and is the largest penthouse suite in the United States. It covers an area of a whopping 10,000 square feet. Has a large living room that can be transformed into a ballroom. Further, an equally large dining room. 5 bedrooms. 6 bathrooms. The terrace overlooks Central Park. Let's have a drink with a view. Number 2. Royal Penthouse Suite at Hotel President Wilson, Geneva, Switzerland. Price, $80,000 per night. A view of the fantastic Lake of Mundane Geneva is a nice extra when you pay $80,000 for an overnight stay on the top floor of Hotel President Wilson. The residence occupies the entire 8th floor and you are immediately equipped with a large grand piano, a snooker table, and you can dream away in one of the rare books in the private library. You can bathe in luxury here because the bathroom is richly equipped with Hermes toiletries. You can also dine there with 16 people, or enjoy yourself in this beautiful jacuzzi. Number 1. The Palms Hotel, Empathy Suite, Las Vegas. Price, $100,000 per night. British artist Damien Hirst recently provided the Palms Hotel with a real facelift with this Empathy Suite as a showpiece. In exchange for your $100,000, you get 2 master bedrooms. Spectacular point is certainly the cantilever jacuzzi that offers a view of the Strip. There are also 6 works by Hirst and several custom-made furniture with Hirst motifs. And in between a few drinks, you can also enjoy a game of billiards. Audi A8L. Price $129,500. In the luxury limousine segment, the German brands are still master. Audi has just finished the new A8, which in many areas is the new player in charge of the others. And how can the concept be best judged? Of course on the basis of the extended L version. In the back of the long version, passengers sit like a king. The seats are fully individually adjustable. A footrest is provided and the rear passengers can set many functions themselves on the digital screen on the center armrest. In fact, this panel can be taken out as a small tablet. Tablet-sized screens sit against the back of the backrest and can be used for many functions. For example, rear passengers can see the image of the navigation system, but also the net. It is all luxury in the largest Audi and that gives every passenger a spoiled feeling. Number 9. BMW 7 Series M760 Li. Price $173,100. If pure power and superior elegance were to be visualized in one line, it had the unmistakable silhouette of the BMW M760Li xDrive sedan. While exclusive design elements in cerium grey, such as the 20-inch M alloy wheels or the impressive twin tailpipes, underline the exterior's distinctive styling, the interior harbors incomparable dynamic potential. With its 12-cylinder M twin-power turbo petrol engine combined with perfectly matched chassis components, the BMW M760Li xDrive sedan heralds a new era for automotive driving dynamics. Special, the unique driving comfort can be felt in every detail of the exclusive interior. From the electrically adjustable comfort seats with active driver and front passenger head restraints to the elegant, spacious Sky Lounge panoramic glass roof, the BMW M760Li xDrive sedan offers maximum comfort and a sense of luxury. Number 8. Range Rover SV Autobiography. Price $178,500. The SV Autobiography is the pinnacle of unparalleled design and is leading in every way and is the best that Range Rover has to offer. Both models combine the finest materials with a class-leading performance for an unparalleled experience of luxury. This SUV combines breathtaking design with superior levels of comfort. The beautiful upholstery with quilted stitching available in perforated semi-aniline leather or poltrona leather is just as impressive as the hot stone massage function of the front seats. Number 7. Mercedes-Maybach S650 Pullman Edition. Price $200,000. Mercedes-Maybach stands for the ultimate in exclusivity and individuality. The absolute top of the range model from the luxury brand is the Pullman with vis-a-vis seating behind the partition screen. Now the high-end luxury class from Mercedes-Benz is becoming even more exquisite. A new radiator grille and new exclusive color combinations in the interior make for a new appearance. The longest model from the S-Class family has a length of 6.50 meters. A reinterpretation of the Mercedes-Maybach radiator grille with its fine vertical struts accentuate the front end. The grille was inspired by a pinstriped suit. The new exclusive colors magma gray, mahogany brown and silk beige deep sea blue are available in the interior. Number 6. Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600. Starting at $200,000. The Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 4MATIC is designed for the Chinese and American market and it shows the abundance of chrome, the body in two colors, nothing is left to chance. Behind the somewhat gaudy grille is a 4.0-liter V8 with two turbos, which produces 558 horsepower and 730 Nm. The Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 rolls on 22 or 23-inch alloy wheels and is equipped with air suspension. To ease the entry, it drops a few centimeters closer to the ground. Number 5. Bentley Flying Spur. Price $217,300. The design is of course drawn according to the new current Bentley design language. The giant nose is characterized by the large grille with two round lamps on either side, which are filled with the latest LED techniques. Solid folds are drawn on the side. For the rear, unlike the new Continental GT, Bentley designed more square lamps. The interior also has few surprises in store and can be finished in dozens of leather and wood types, as expected. The rotating 12.3-inch screen from the Continental GT for infotainment can also be found here. Bentley mounts the famous 6.0-liter W12 with 635 horsepower in the nose, a block that is good for a torque of 900 Nm. The Flying Spur flies from a standstill to 100 km per hour within 3.8 seconds. You can continue pedaling up to 333 km per hour. The 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission takes care of the transmission. A novelty is the electronic four-wheel steering that Bentley uses for the first time in a production model. The Bentley is also loaded with safety features. Number 4. Lamborghini Urus. Price $222,000. Due to its price, this Lamborghini is reserved for the elite of our society. But apart from those financial considerations, we must conclude that the Urus has a lot to offer. His look is ultra-modern and leaves no doubt about its origin. It promises the performance of a super sports car, the luxury and space of a limousine, the trunk of a brake, and the off-road capabilities of an all-terrain vehicle. Number 3. Bentley Mulsanne. Price $313,500. The Mulsanne is named after the Mulsanne Straight, a long straight on the Le Mans circuit. Bentley has won the famous 24-hour race on that circuit 6 times. The design is inspired by that of the 1950s Bentley S-Type. The Mulsanne also uses the 6.75-litre V8 engine, which has a power of 512 horsepower and a maximum torque of 1,020 Nm. The engine is paired with ZF's new 8-speed automatic gearbox, which transfers power to the rear wheels. This allows the 2.6-ton Mulsanne to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 5.3 seconds. And to reach a top speed of around 300 km per hour. Number 2. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Starting at $325,000. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is a British luxury SUV manufactured from 2018 by Rolls-Royce Motor Cars. Following the worldwide interest in SUV models, Rolls-Royce announced in February 2015 that it wanted to develop a luxury SUV. 3 years later, Rolls-Royce announced that the vehicle would be marketed under the Cullinan name. The name goes back to the largest diamond ever found, the Cullinan. The luxury SUV was officially unveiled on May 10, 2018 in London. It is built at the Goodwood plant in West Hampstead. The Cullinan is the second Rolls-Royce with 4-wheel steering after the Phantom 8. Up to a speed of less than 60 km per hour, the steering angle of the rear wheels is opposite to the front wheels to improve maneuverability. From 60 km per hour, the rear wheels turn in the same direction as the front wheels, to improve the stability of the vehicle. Just sit back and watch. Number 1. Rolls-Royce Phantom 8. Price $600,000. On July 27, 2017. Rolls-Royce pulled the curtain of the 8th generation Phantom. It is the successor to the Phantom 7 and the second generation developed under the banner of BMW. The interior is fully bespoke and personalized to the clientele like previous and current Rolls-Royce models offer. They also have the gallery, a display section in the vehicle in the front seat veneer with the experimentation of different materials and artwork to be integrated with the vehicle, and all the options are limitless. Number 10. Travis Barker's Los Angeles mansion. Price, $9 million. Blink 182 drummer Travis Barker kicks off our list with his 11.150 square meter villa in Calabasas, Los Angeles. In addition to his drumming, the man also earned a considerable amount with his own reality show on MTV called Meet the Barkers, in which besides himself and his wife Hum, probably also a pack of dogs played. Number 9. Slash's Beverly Hills home. Price, $11 million. From a Barker to a poodle with a nozzle hat is only a small step. Sorry Slash, we are fans from the very beginning. Our Guns N' Roses guitar virtuoso recently sold this house to rapper Big Sean. This beautiful home is located in the Poughkeepsie private residential community of Mulholland Estates in Beverly Hills. It has a living area of no less than 1,020 square meters, and its biggest highlight is the kitchen, with its 4 dishwashers and as many ovens. There are also 7 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms, which provides some spare toilets for vomiting should the party get out of hand. Number 8. Mick Jagger's London property. Price, $11.7 million. Good old Mick Jagger has been in the rock scene for about 60 years by now and also made a buck or two. You can't always get what you want, is what Mick sings, and this could well be targeted to his ex-wife, Jerry Hall, with whom he lived here. But the Stones lead singer refused to hand over this gem in the posh part of London when they split up. We have no images of this interior, but we did not want to deny you this leaked photo from one of Mick's interior designer talents in his early years. Number 7. Price, $14 million. Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy and his wife Sharon can afford this hideaway after more than 4 decades in the music industry, and also after starring in their legendary reality show, The Osbournes. Actually, this is the house where the reality soap was filmed. It has 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. A matter of avoiding domestic violence for a change. There is also a pool table and a spa. It is no less than 1,020 square meters in size. The Osbournes sold the mansion to Christina Aguilera in 2013 for $14 million. And reportedly the genie in a bottle was included in the price. Number 6. Roger Waters's Manhattan townhouse. Price, $15 million. Pink Floyd's Roger Waters' Manhattan home is clearly more than a brick in the wall. Included are 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and about 560 square meters of living space. Of course, the location in Manhattan is the major determinator of the high price tag. We are already halfway through. Be sure to stick around, because you're in for some big surprises. Number 5. Paul McCartney's Manhattan plywood. Price, $15.5 million. When a friend tells you, "Hey, I just bought myself some nice plywood in the city," then you do not immediately expect a price of $15.5 million. Unless that friend is called Paul M.C. Cartney. And the plywood is located in Manhattan, New York. The residence has 5 bedrooms and as many bathrooms and a huge library. The ex-Beatle also gets a fantastic view of Central Park on top of it. Number 4. Billy Joel's Hamptons Beach House. Price, $20 million. Since the man likes to be in a New York state of mind, he likes to live there too. More specifically in the 5th most expensive zip code in the United States, being the Hamptons by the Sea. It speaks for itself that the Piano Man provided this house with a piano room and a recording studio. This beautiful kitchen was the work area of Billy's private chef. The man clearly likes a tasty snack. The property was for sale for 5 years before Joel could sell it to a mystery buyer. The biggest obstacle turned out to be that the house has no swimming pool. And what about the mega puddle at the back door? Number 3. Phil Collins's Miami Mansion. Price, $33 million. Phil bought this house located on Miami Beach from J.Lo for the round sum of $33 million. It has no fewer than 11 bathrooms and 7 bedrooms, a media room, a mega wine cellar, a gym and a swimming pool. Phil, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you in paradise. Number 2. Elton John's Beverly Hills Mansion. Price, $33 million. Elton John, or should we say, Sir Elton John, has never excelled in modesty. It is no sacrifice at all to stay in this $33 million closet in Beverly Hills. This whopper of a house is no less than 2,300 square meters in size, has its own elevator, 10 large and 12 small bathrooms, an indoor and outdoor kitchen, each with a pizza oven, a floodlit tennis court, and is surrounded by beautiful gardens. Number 1. John Bon Jovi's flat in New York City. Price, $38 million. When John is not on tour, he usually stays in his hometown, New Jersey. But now and then he likes to stay in the Big Apple. That's why he bought this little extra in the Soho district for a rainy day. The apartment covers no less than 2 floors and has 2 kitchens. Why change floors when you need a kitchen? Also present 2 bedrooms, a gym, and for a refreshing shower after exercising. Also 6 bathrooms. John and his wife sold the penthouse in 2015 to an Australian businessman for $38 million. After they paid $26 million for it themselves in 2007. Number 10. Louis. Price, $50. A quality cigar is rolled up at the end of its production process. So when you decide to smoke the brown pleasure mace, cut the butt off so that smoke can pass through it. Did you know that the word cigar is derived from the Spanish word girar, which means to turn? A cigar is lit at an angle of 45 degrees and always with a match and a cigar stick. Then you turn it in circles so that it heats up evenly. The wrapper of this Louis XIV cigar is made from rosado leaves that are grown with the greatest care in Nicaragua. This beautiful cigar comes from the tobacco producer, Goldwyn Metropolitan Company, and has an image of Louis XIV on its label. Goldwyn likes to use the slogan, "A cigar fit for kings." These gems were crafted by experienced reviewers and flavored with cocoa and spices. Oh, and before I forget, if you really want to look like a hillbilly, you light the cigar with a lighter. Never, never, never do that. Churchill would say. Never. Number 9. Regis Double Corona. Price, $52.78 per cigar. This is not a double portion of the deadly virus, but it is an excellent cigar from the British Regis Cigar Company. When you decide to partner with the company, you will be flown to their headquarters in first class. And you can assist in putting together your own, custom-made, cigar. A small condition is that you have to order about 1,000 of them. Yet another thing to tick off your bucket list of things to do when I'm filthy rich. If you are saving a cigar for later, make sure you don't just leave them orphaned in a drawer. You keep them in perfect condition in what is called a humidor. This is a specially designed box that gives them their perfect temperature as well as keep humidity. Number 8. Arturo Fuente Opus X. Price, $79. Did you know that cigar makers are read during their work by lectors? This is done to break the monotony. It also ensures that they pass off as the most well-read people in their country and are also very renowned quizzes. As an extra comfort, they can also smoke cigars to their heart's content while doing their job. And at the end of the day, they can take home 3 each time. This Arturo Fuente Opus X saw the light of day in 2003. On the occasion of the 10th anniversary of the Arturo Fuente cigar. Spicy detail. This cigar has a mild jalapeno flavor. The accompanying, rosado wrapper, is grown on the renowned plantation, Chateau de la Fuente. The wrappers, binders, and fillers are from the Dominican Republic. Number 7. Fuente Don Arturo Aniversario. Price, $163. Did you know that the training to become a professional cigar roller takes 9 months? Each cigar is completely hand-rolled and there are constant checks that guarantee that every cigar has the same length and thickness. Each cigar roller rolls between 80 and 170 copies a day. The best performer gets a sign at his desk so that everyone can see who is the current champion roller. But we were talking about the Fuente Don Arturo Aniversario. This brown pearl was made on the occasion of the centenary of the Arturo Fuente Company in 2001. They come in limited edition boxes containing 46 cigars. The wraps are matured for 7 years and available in 2 varieties: natural, or sun-ripened. Humidors are available in either ebony, maple, sycamore, or walnut. The choice is all yours. Number 6. Cohiba Bahaik. Price, $450 per cigar. Cohiba is certainly one of the most famous names, and also the favorite brand of Fidel Castro. If you have never heard of it, then you have probably stayed on the cigar moon. This very limited edition was released on the occasion of the 40th anniversary in 2006, and therefore comes in boxes of 40 pieces. It contains different types from the well-known Cuban regions, Pinar del Rio and Vuelto. Another nice thing to know is that John F. Kennedy quickly informed all his cigar-loving friends in 1961 that he was going to issue a trade embargo against Cuba that included a ban on Americans from buying Cuban cigars any longer. In this way, his buddies could quickly stock up on extra supplies. We are halfway through. If you have persisted this far, you are well on your way to having a good say in the talk about top cigars. Because your opinion is heartwarming to us. We would love it if you gave our video a like and show your appreciation by writing the word cigar in the comment section below this video. Be sure to keep watching until the end, because next to bangers of cigar prices, there are also a lot of fun cigar facts to come, with which you can still make quite an impression on those rich friends. Number 5. Gurkha His Majesty's Reserve. Price, $750 per cigar or $14,999 per box of 20. If you ever want to put your lips on these precious brown bastards, then you should anyway. Order a few years in advance, as only 100 boxes are made every year. They have a size of 7.5 x 52 inches, and are also called the Rolls-Royce of cigars amidst connoisseurs. It is, among other things, one of Bill Clinton's favorites. This climax of cigar ship comes with a Connecticut Maduro wrap that is 15 years old. The accompanying Dominican binder and filler are in turn matured for 12 years. The pinnacle of taste experience is that the fillers are infused with precious aromatic Louis XIII cognac from the renowned brand Remy Martin. Oh yes, a bottle of this precious brandy costs a whopping $2,500. Number 4. Gurkha Black Dragon. Price, $1,150 per cigar. As you also have expensive, more expensive, and most expensive among the Rolls-Royce models. Hence, cigar producers cannot stay behind, and therefore created a mega top cigar. This smoking gem carries the name of Gurkha Black Dragon. The price is justified by the fact that they are very rare and that they come in a box carved from camel bone. They have a size of 8.5 x 52 inches. The wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf Maduro. The binder comes from Cameroon and the filler from the Dominican Republic. All materials used have a maturity of 5 years. Because the luxury eye also wants something. Each cigar is individually wrapped in a tube, and is then placed in a leather box containing several layers of orange velvet. The taste is quite complex and varies throughout its length from sweet to sour. Oh, and despite its limited edition, this cigar is also available in packs of 100 pieces. You then of course pay the nice amount of $115,000 for a box of cigars. Honey, when you go shopping, remember to buy me some smokes. Number 3. King of Denmark. Price, $4,500 per cigar. Did you know Che Guevara suffered from asthma, but still, he sucked about 7 cigars into oblivion every day, when his doctors advised him to smoke only 1 cigar per day from now on. 58cm specimens were made especially for him. We set fire to our top 3 with King of Denmark. This gem is only specially manufactured on request, and you can immediately see why the price is so high. You can have the wrapper fitted with gold with your own name incorporated in it to your own taste. Or you can prefer another precious metal or diamond. The accompanying humidor has a value of $8,500. And comes with a matching crown made of sterling silver with a 24-karat gold overlay. On the occasion of the bicentenary of the manufacturer, Royal Danish Cigars. One could also buy them with 10 inlaid Swarovski crystals. A smoke with style, if you ask us. Number 2. Gran Habano N Degree 5 El Gigante. Price, $185,000. If there existed such a thing as a cigar orgy, this is what it would look like. This giant was specially made to show at trade fairs. All previous cigars are for sale to everyone. This one was bought by a real cigar maniac, who had to pay a sloppy $185,000 for it. I wonder how much the accompanying humidor cost. In addition, the renovations to be able to display it in his home. And you end up with a nice amount. You might not believe it, but this is the biggest cigar in the world. This stunner has a ring thickness of no less than 1,920 and weighs 726 kilograms. It took 16,000 wrappers to produce it. Fortunately, this one of its kind wants in terms of materials used. She comes corresponding to 25,000 of her little sisters. Oh, and to get back to the cigar orgy just now, it can be smoked by as many as 40 people at the same time. So this is your true cigar porn. Number 1. Mayan Cigar. Price, $507,000. This authentic cigar went under the hammer at auction and found a lucky collector, who goes by the name of Gary Liotta and owns the Santiago Cigar Factory. This cultural treasure was excavated in 2012 by enthusiasts from Tampa University. They were in an earthenware pot with "Sickers" written on it. They held up very well and are therefore still smokable. The one who dares naturally smothers a precious piece of history. So please keep some for Number 10. Diamond Panther Bracelet. Price, $12.4 million. Edward VIII, Duke of Windsor, was known for his many affairs with married women. In 1927 he was introduced to the American Wallis Simpson, who at that time, you can never guess, was also married. Namely to Ernest Simpson. He proved he sincerely loved her by abdicating to the throne in 1936. Because after her divorce, she was unacceptable as Queen of England. Then, he even went one step further by buying her this beautiful piece of jewelry designed by Cartier. This bracelet from 1952 is a slender panther, whose body is set with brilliants and single-cut diamonds. The eyes are carefully set with a marquise-shaped emerald. The saying, "Diamonds are a girl's best friend," certainly applies here. Number 9. Chopard 210-carat watch. Price, $26 million. One could actually call this a diamond bracelet with a built-in timepiece. This amazing piece of craftsmanship contains a 15-carat pink, a 12-carat blue, and an 11-carat white heart-shaped diamond, and an additional 163 carats of canary and white diamonds. It was created in 2014 and clocked at $26 million. Chopard was founded in 1860, in Switzerland, and is well known for its exquisite watches and jewelry. Of course, their customers include numerous royalties and celebrities. Number 8. The Graf Pink Diamond. Price, $46 million. This unique pearl went under the hammer at Sotheby's for the round sum of $46 million. The lucky buyer was Lawrence Graf. The gem is recorded as the most expensive diamond ever sold at auction. In addition, it is also classified as Fancy Intense Pink by the Gemological Institute of America. This makes him one of the select group of the top 2% of diamonds in the world. Number 7. 1963 Ferrari GTO. Price, $52 million. First of all, out of respect for a luxury icon, a few interesting Ferrari facts. For those who don't know the history behind the logo, the black prancing horse was once the family crest of a real Italian war hero from the First World War. Francesco Baracca was a fighter pilot who died on the battlefield. The man used to paint his family crest on both sides of his bomber plane. After his death, the hero's mother granted permission to Ferrari to use the horse as the brand's logo. Paul Pappalardo sold the 1963 Ferrari GTO to an anonymous buyer in 2013 for $52 million. This makes the Italian car the most expensive car on Earth. Only 39 of this GTO type were built between 1962 and 1964. It is powered by a 3.0 V12 engine. The original price was barely $18,500 when it hit the market. Prices for this vintage race car started to skyrocket around the 1980s. Talk about a good investment. A few more fun Ferrari facts. In 2010, a real Ferrari theme park opened in Abu Dhabi. For those interested, this is the website, ferrariworldabudabi.com. Enzo Ferrari also was a World War I veteran. He survived the Great War, but then had to fight for his life during a flu epidemic, which also killed his father and brother. The F40 model was the last to be approved by Enzo himself. The man died in 1988 at the age of 90. During an investigation into arms trafficking and drug smuggling on the island of Sardinia, Italian police found out that the Sicilian mob was working on a plan to dig up Enzo Ferrari's body and demand a huge ransom from the car manufacturer. Number 6. The world's most expensive necklace. Price, $55 million. The world's most expensive necklace, aka l'incomparable diamond necklace. This gem was created by Lebanese jeweler Muawid, and it has the world's biggest internally flawless diamond as a centerpiece. This fortune of a necklace has an asymmetric form that resembles the leaves of a vine. A young Congolese girl found the main diamond, by chance, in a pile of mining waste in the 1980s. After the discovery, it was displayed at the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. In 2013, Muawid processed it into this stunning necklace. A few diamond facts. Diamonds are the hardest substance on Earth, and a diamond can only be scratched by another diamond. The biggest diamond ever discovered is called the Cullinan, and weighs 3,106 carats. Rolls-Royce named its first ever SUV after this gem in 2018. Diamonds can be more than 3 billion years old. We are halfway through, keep watching because there are a lot of fun facts to come. About a corrupted Belgian king, the most expensive yacht on Earth, and paintings in excess of $100 million. Number 5. Garçon à la pipe painting. Price, $104 million. This painting portrays a young Parisian boy holding a pipe. It was painted by none other than Spanish painting genius Pablo Picasso. He created this masterpiece in 1905 at the age of 24. In 2004, this oil painting on canvas auctioned at Sotheby's for a whopping $104 million. The buyer preferred to remain anonymous. Some more fun Picasso facts. He was a real child prodigy and made his first painting, El Picador, at the age of barely 9 years old. Picasso is the world champion in art history when it comes to the number of paintings that were stolen from a single artist. The Art Loss Register reports 1,150 works that have been lost or stolen. This is twice the amount of all other artists combined. Picasso was a real womanizer. Every time he started a new relationship, a new painting style was created by Pablo. Picasso once spoke the wise words, "Every child is an artist, the difficulty is to remain one when you grow up." Number 4. The Card Player's Painting. Price, $275 million. The royal family of Al Thani of Qatar is the proud owner of these card players, by Cézanne. A few interesting Cézanne facts. Cézanne did not expose his paintings publicly for 20 years. Because he had been repeatedly rejected by the official art exhibition of the Académie des Beaux-Arts in Paris. Cézanne was a loner and suffered a lot of mood swings between euphoria and depression. He was the son of wealthy parents and they wanted him to attend law school. Paul Cézanne, of course, was only interested in art school. This eventually led to a breach with his parents. Number 3. Villa Leopolda. Price, $506 million. Villa La Leopolda. Villefranche-sur-Mer, France. We stay in France. This property belongs to the rich widow of the Brazilian banker Edmond Safra. Mrs. Lily Safra's home was the setting for an Alfred Hitchcock classic, To Catch a Thief, and is located in the Alpes Maritime on the Côte d'Azur. It has 15 bathrooms and 11 bedrooms. The property owes its name to the original owner, the Belgian King Leopold II, who gave it as a present to one of his mistresses. A few things about this notorious Belgian king. Leopold II once appropriated the African state of Congo. During his reign, the atrocities accumulated. Millions of Congolese civilians, including children, were mutilated and killed. Rape, slavery, and torture were commonplace. In addition, the country was robbed of its natural resources. In 2020, all statues of this horrible king were removed all over Belgium. Number 2. Intilia Tower, Mumbai. Value, $1 billion. This abode was commissioned by the Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani. He is currently the richest man in Asia, with a net worth of $81.4 billion, and as of July 2020, he is on the Forbes list as the 5th richest person in the world. He lives here with his family. The building has 24 floors. You can use 9 high-speed elevators. It covers an area of 400,000 square feet and it stands in Kumbala Hill, Mumbai. It can withstand an earthquake of 8 on the Richter scale. 6 floors are used to park all his cars. In addition, the building has its own service garage for maintenance and repairs to cars, and also a cinema for 50 people. Number 1, History Supreme, yacht price, $4.5 billion. The yacht, named History Supreme, is covered in 100,000 kilograms of gold, platinum, and jewels and has a statue made from genuine Tyrannosaurus Rex bones. Eat your heart out, Fred Flintstone. The master bedroom has genuine dinosaur bone shaved from a skeleton that was sourced from Arizona, USA. Pieces of the thigh bone alone come in at about $86,000. It took world-renowned UK designer Stuart Hughes just over 3 years to complete. This yacht was designed for the richest man in Malaysia, Robert Kuik. The master suite also has a 24-karat gold Aquavista panoramic wall aquarium. Robert Kuik is media shy. Most of his businesses are privately held by him or his family. Apart from a multitude of businesses in Malaysia, his companies have investments in many countries throughout Asia. His business interests range from sugarcane plantations, sugar refineries, flour milling, animal feed, oil, mining, finance, hotels, Shangri-La hotels and resorts, property, trading, freight and publishing. His biggest source of wealth is a stake in Wilmar International, the world's largest listed palm oil trader company. So as you can see, the man does a thing or two to make some bucks. Listen. Number 10. Mai Tai at the Merchant Hotel, in Belfast, Northern Ireland. Price, $1,036. This cocktail bar is extremely stylish and the staff has an encyclopedic knowledge of preparing cocktails. and can also tell you endless facts about the most luxurious mixed drinks with all the accompanying anecdotes. The rarest liqueurs of their kind, as well as vintage champagnes, are served here. So there is certainly something for everyone. Furthermore, the menu offers a wide variety ranging from the classic club sandwich to all kinds of freshly baked pastries. The cocktail bar is open to both residents and non-residents. One can't make reservations for the cocktail bar. The cocktail book has no less than 43 pages full of tasty beverages. Mai Tai is the Tahitian word for good. What makes this Mai Tai so special? The price is justified by the fact that this cocktail is prepared with all the ingredients from the original Mai Tai, like it was created by Trader Vic in 1944. It includes 17-year-old J. Ray and nephew rum, of which only 24 bottles still exist. Cheers. Did you know that the saying, to propose a toast, goes back to ancient Rome? The ancient Romans had a habit of tossing a piece of toast into their wine, for good health. Number 9. Bonfire at the Skyview Bar, Burj Al Arab Hotel, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Price, $1,050. The views of the Dubai skyline make up for a lot here. Moreover, at this exclusive sky bar, you can also enjoy high tea at a very high level. The bonfire is prepared with Havana Maximo aged Cuban rum, with smoke essence and bitters. The restaurant's slogan says, "Eclectic menus 200 meters above sea level." A stay in this hotel has an average price tag of $24,000 per night. So the price of this cocktail shouldn't surprise you too much. Did you know that cocktail umbrellas contain hidden scrolls of Chinese newspaper which can be read like fortune cookies? Number 8. Ritz Paris Sidecar at Bar Hemingway, Hotel Ritz Paris, France. Price, $1,670. Guess what? Ernest Hemingway was right at home here. What a surprise. This exclusive hotel has been known for decades for its highly decadent parties. The writer must have made quite an impression here. Hence, the bar was named after the writing lush. At this location, you can drink the most expensive sidecar in the world. This classic first appeared on the scene in the 1920s. The Ritz Paris version is prepared with a champagne cognac from the era between 1830 and 1870. The French managed to get this extremely exclusive drink out of the hands of the Nazi troops during World War II. Speaking of exclusive, another nice cocktail fact. Once a record attempt for the Guinness Book of Records for making the most expensive cocktail ever had to be cancelled because a customer had dropped a bottle of cognac worth $77,000. Ernest Hemingway once invented a cocktail named Death in the Afternoon. Here are some nice Hemingway quotes about drinking, according to Thrillist.com. "Always do sober what you said you'd do drunk. That will teach you to keep your mouth shut." Or, "Never delay kissing a pretty girl or opening a bottle of whiskey." And what about this one? "Don't bother with churches, government buildings, or city squares. If you want to know about a culture, spend a night in its bars." Number 7. Ménage à Trois at Trist Nightclub, Wynn Hotel, Las Vegas. Price, $3,000. This Ménage à Trois consists of a mixture of Grand Marnier Saint-Cinquantenaire, Hennessy Ellipse, and Crystal Rosé. As icing on the cake, this fun drink is served with 23-carat edible gold flakes and liquid gold syrup. And you can suck it up with a gold straw, studded with 9-point diamonds. Number 6. Sapphire Martini at Foxwoods Resort Casino, Connecticut. Price, $3,100. This is the signature cocktail of the exclusive resort. This Sapphire Martini is made from blue curacao, Bombay Sapphire Gin, a splash of dry vermouth, and is coated with blue sugar on the rim. It's served with a pair of custom-made blue sapphire and diamond earrings, set in a sterling silver pick. Ridiculously expensive drinks, a sort of Rolls-Royce for the bar crowd, are a status symbol and have become a great marketing tool for exclusive bars. These kind of drinks are a statement from the rich about the ability to afford it. We are halfway, be sure to stick around, because you're in for some great treats. What about a cocktail made from 1788 cognac? or a cocktail that takes 2 days of preparation. Number 5. Diamond cocktail at the Sheraton Park Hotel, London. Price, $4,350. This is starting to look like a cocktail party for jewelers. In this case, you get a mix of a pair of cognacs of about $1,000 a bottle each. This brew is then mixed with a 2001 Charles Heidsieck vintage champagne. Of course, they throw a diamond into your glass. And if you don't like the gem, you can exchange it for a ruby. A drink for picky people. Number 4. Salvatore's Legacy, at Playboy Club, London. Price, $9,230. For the many billionaires among us who prefer beautiful ministry, we strongly recommend a visit to the Playboy Club in London. The world-famous bartender Salvatore Calabrese created this fluid work of art during a successful world record attempt to make the most expensive cocktail in 2012. He used a 1770 bottle of Cummel liqueur, an 1860 Dub Orange Curaçao, a tiny bottle of 19th century Angostura bitters, and a bottle of 1778 Clos de Griffier Vieux Cognac, valued at $77,000. All the ingredients are aged drinks, and according to cntraveler.com, they have a combined age of 730 years. Number 3. Diamond is Forever Martini at Uncorked, New York. Price, $10,000. Where most cocktail bars who offer a super expensive specimen make life easy by just throwing in a gem, Uncorked goes the extra mile. They design a one-of-a-kind engagement ring that is then placed on the bottom of your vodka martini. Andy Gertz, the acclaimed Swiss jeweler, is the owner of Uncorked, and the man designs the ring completely according to your choice. He also takes some time for reflection on your part into account. After you have attended a design consultation where you have ample time to choose your custom design, you get an additional 72 hours to think about it, a matter of playing it safe. Number 2. Winston. Club 23, Melbourne, Australia. Price, $12,040. We're going down under for our number 2. In 2013, Joel Heffernan broke the world record for the most expensive cocktail ever. And this resulted in the Winston, with a price tag of $12,040. It is a tribute to the British ex-Prime Minister Winston Churchill. This exclusive blend contains no less than 2 shots of Crow Isaac cognac from 1858, each worth $6,000. If you want a whole bottle of this French liqueur, you have to pay $157,000 for it. The recipe has also been supplemented with a Grand Marnier quintessence and Chartreuse VEP. And brace yourself. Preparing this drink takes no less than 2 days. This is the actual most expensive cocktail in the world. Number 1. The Diamond is Forever Martini at the Ritz-Carlton in Tokyo. Price, $17,600. This is basically chilled, Grey Goose, vodka with a splash of lime juice stirred or shaken. And in order to surpass the number 2, they throw a 1-carat diamond into your glass. And a live band plays the tune. Diamonds are forever. And of course, all eyes will be on Barbie. Remains an untouchable icon in the toy industry. That is why she could not be missing here. Number 10. Stefano Canturi Barbie. Price, $302,500. Here are a few things you didn't know yet. The doll's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts, and she is named after the daughter of the couple who designed her. The couple also has a son who, you will never guess, listens to the name Kenneth. She still looks very great, because the first Barbie doll was born on March 9, 1959. Barbie girl lives in the United States in the fictional town of Willows, in Wisconsin. In her first appearance, obviously, her profession was model. But over the years, she has had more than 100 different jobs, ranging from firefighter to surgeon. So this is not Corona Barbie, but definitely Surgeon Barbie, from 1973. In order to guarantee the accuracy when designing an army outfit, the advice of the Pentagon was once sought. Oh, and did you know that Barbie already traveled to space in 1965? So 4 years before the first man. She is sold in 150 countries. And one is sold every 3 seconds. The world-famous jeweler Stefano Canturi made his version worth $302,500, which is a huge difference from the first version, which only cost $3. The Canturi Barbie was created on the occasion of the launch of the Barbie Basic Collection in Australia. The toy female is wearing a real haul piece inlaid with 3.00 carat white diamonds, and a very rare Australian pink diamond. Number 9. Gold Rocking Horse by Ginza Tanaka. Price, $600,000. This creature costs a little more than my old wooden swing steed. But, of course, mine wasn't made by Ginza Tanaka. The world-famous Japanese jeweler was not on his test piece, because he also made a gold Darth Vader mask and a golden Lionel Messi foot that sold for some $5 million. The horse was made in honor of the birth of the Japanese Prince Hisahito. It consists of 24-karat gold and weighs a whopping 26 kilograms or 80 pounds. Fun fact is that Beyoncé and Jay-Z bought this nice rocking horse for their daughter Blue Ivy. Number 8. The Masterpiece Cube Rubik's Cube. Price, $1.5 million. The Rubik's Cube has already broken a lot of people's heads in order to get all areas perfectly colored. But in this case, especially, the price will leave you jaw-dropped. The big culprit is yet another jeweler. No offense, Fred Kuehler. You did a fantastic job. Fred's clients include the First Lady and President George W. Bush, Oprah, the Dallas Cowboys, the Detroit Red Wings, Anschutz Corporation, Saudi royal family, and hundreds of professional athletes and celebrities. Each face is made of 18-karat gold, diamonds and emeralds, rubies, and sapphires. The precious toy was created in honor of the Rubik's Cube's 15th anniversary in 1995. Oh, and just another fun fact. Frequent use of the cube can lead to some form of RSI, also called the cube thumb or the mouse arm. Number 7. Golden Monopoly. Price, $2 million. This mega-expensive version of the popular board game originated in the brain of Sydney Mobile. And yes, Sydney is a jeweler. And it took the guy no less than a full year to create the gold version of the game. If you should play with it, be careful not to lose any pieces. The dice alone cost about $10,000. And the number points are made with 42 full-cut diamonds. The chimneys on the houses are made of ruby. And the hotels are made of 24-karat gold. Number 6. Stife's Louis Vuitton Teddy Bear. Price, $2.1 million. This is pure nostalgia. Everyone still has their first teddy bear, worn down to the wire and full of dried tears. After all, he was always there to comfort us in great and small grief. Founded in 1880, Steiff is the pinnacle when it comes to making teddy bears. This exclusive bear was dressed by the luxury brand, Louis Vuitton. And his suitcase is also completely made by the French fashion house. The bear itself is made of the best fur in which gold particles are processed. The cute bear eyes are composed of diamond and sapphire. This handcrafted pinnacle of bear craftsmanship was sold to a wealthy South Korean at an auction in Monaco. We're halfway through, and already past the $2 million mark. What would you do with $2 million? Be sure to keep watching until the end because there are some big surprises to come. If you found our $302,500 Barbie expensive, then wait until you hear the price of this doll. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and write "toy" in the comment section. We thank you in advance for that. Over to number 5. Szymanski Football. Price, $2.59 million. Cristiano Ronaldo and especially Lionel Messi each have their collection of golden balls. But this ball is not too bad either. I wouldn't kick it if I were you. This ball consists of 3,500 carats of South African diamonds, including 6,620 white diamonds, and 2,640 black diamonds, and weighs a whopping 3.6 kilograms or 4.8 pounds. The ball was created in 2010 by the South African jewelry brand, Szymanski, on the occasion of the World Cup that took place in their country at the time. Number 4. Lamborghini Aventador model car. Price, $4.6 million. Buying a real Lamborghini is certainly not something everybody is capable of. But brace yourself. This scale model is 10 times more expensive than the actual car. The seats, steering wheel, and lights are made of diamonds. The rims of platinum. This gem was made by the German engineer Robert Gulpen. And the man put in no less than 500 working hours. Number 3. Madame Alexander, Eloise, doll. Price, $5 million. Since a beautiful doll may cost something. And this comes from the famous American manufacturer, Madame Alexander. The brand was founded in 1923 and is known for its exclusive dolls, which are made by hand. Only 5 of the Madame Alexander Eloise types were manufactured worldwide. Catherine Baumann manufactures the accessories. The dolls wear real Dior clothes. And real fur coats from Oscar de la Renta. Oh, before we forget, Mrs. Eloise's gems are Swarovski crystals. Number 2. The Bird Trainer. Price, $6.25 million. The Bird Trainer consists of no less than 2,340 parts. It weighs 55 kilograms and is 120 centimeters tall. Christian Bailly, who is regarded as a true specialist in mechanized toys, took no less than 15,000 hours to assemble them. From moving arms to true facial expressions are created by the perfect cooperation of cogs and feathers. The Bird Trainer is dressed in true Renaissance robes set with real pearls and gold. When this birdman gets winded, he starts playing the tune, Marché des Oies, by Georges Bizet. Number 1. Astolat Dollhouse Castle. Price, $8.5 million. This castle has no less than 6 floors and was meticulously finished in 1980 by Elaine Deal. It took her 13 years to create it. This masterpiece contains more than 10,000 ornaments. Watch and enjoy her eye for detail. Number 10. Sean Combs. Or Puff Daddy. Or P. Diddy. Or Puffy. Or Diddy. Price, $65 million. The yacht of the acting record producer and rapper is one of the biggest in the series. What's wrong with always wanting to have the biggest one, anyway? But, nevertheless, one shouldn't keep changing names all the time. Before you know it, people will get confused. Will forget about you. And you will no longer be included in the list of celebrity yachts. So please, Sean, don't get lost at sea. Or we'll be missing you. Number 9. David and Victoria Beckham. Price, $4 million. Since their combined net worth is estimated at about $1 billion. This all-British glamour couple can afford themselves a toy to spend some leisure time at sea. The Beckham's family yacht is actually a smaller version of the yacht, the Seafair Miami, where David and Victoria had a party with a bunch of other celebrities. And moreover, David also starred in a commercial for whiskey on this beautiful ship. So it must have been love at first sight. Which is no surprise at all. When you see these images, the yacht was named the Sophisticated Lady. You actually let him get away with this posh. Number 8. Calvin Klein. Price, $60 million. Vantage. In his heyday, the man sold about 400,000 jeans a week. But he became especially famous for the mega advertising campaign starring Kate Moss, Mark Wahlberg, and Christy Turlington, which also instantly turned the models into world stars. But one day you realize it's time to sell everything and to start enjoying life. This is exactly what Klein decided to do in 2002. He lives in the 5th most expensive zip code in the United States. Namely, the Hamptons by the Sea, in New York. Taking that into consideration, of course, a yacht comes in handy. And to fight boredom that comes with retirement, Calvin embarked on a project to redesign the deck for even better parties. 12 people can stay overnight and also a jacuzzi and mega barbecue are included on board. Calvin's net worth is estimated at $700 million. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. Number 7. Kendall Jenner. Price, $200 million. Being a super celeb TV personality, a model and co-owner of a clothing and cosmetics line, this beauty can afford a bit of luxury. including this stunning 72-meter floating palace. This is of course the ideal setting for celeb parties where Kendall is only too happy to be the center of attention. Number 6. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Price: $9.5 million. After a rich career with the biggest European top teams, and more than 550 goals on his track record, the best Swedish football player ever has gathered himself a fortune. In his own style he would say, Zlatan has bought himself a little boat. According to yachtharbor.com, it is a Riva Corsaro 100. This beauty offers space for 10 people, has 3 luxury suites, and is 30 meters long. This exclusive yacht has a beach club at water level, and inside, you have a beautiful panoramic view from the salon thanks to the all-round glazing. For fun, there is also a cocktail bar and a garage with a number of jet skis. Although, you could also, just like Zlatan does, you can dive into the water from the deck. We're halfway, be sure to stick around, because the best is yet to come. Number 5. Steve Jobs, Venus. Price: $250 million. As the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs left the world a wonderful legacy. As part of his wealth, his family also inherited this superyacht with the name of Venus, in line with the man's style. His ship is unique in design and is also full of technical highlights. Number 4. Richard Branson. Price: $7 million. This is a very rare luxury sailing catamaran that goes hand in hand with Branson's adventurous nature. The vessel is 32 meters long. Necker Belle was named after Branson's private island, Necker Island, located in the British Virgin Islands. This was once the largest catamaran in the world and can accommodate 10 guests, according to superyachttimes.com. In 2017, Sir Richard Branson offered the yacht's services as part of a humanitarian relief effort after Hurricane Irma devastated the Caribbean. Number 3. Billy Joel, Vendetta. Price: $1.3 million. This modern version of a classic superyacht is 17 meters long. Singer-songwriter Joel rose to fame in the 80s with tons of monster hits such as The Piano Man, Uptown Girl, We Didn't Start the Fire, and countless other great evergreen songs. He is said to have once used this ship to sail from his home on Long Island to his gig in New York City. Furthermore, his marriage with Christie Brinkley was noticed by the world press, and he is said to have been struggling with a drinking problem for years, and he allegedly caused a number of car accidents while intoxicated. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Number 2, Roberto Cavalli, Freedom. Price: $20 million. Another fashion designer in this select group. Roberto Cavalli's fashion line got off the ground in the early 1970s. And in the 1990s, perfumes, a line of glasses was also introduced. And also jeans and a men's clothing line. All this resulted in the man having a net worth estimated at $500 million. According to superyachtfan.com, Cavalli's yacht is 27 meters long, can accommodate 6 people, and has a crew of 4 people on board. Perhaps not the most expensive yacht in our list, but in our humble opinion, in terms of interior design, certainly one of the most beautiful. Watch and enjoy it. Number 1. Dolce & Gabbana, Regina d'Italia. Price: $21 million. We end our list today with another 2 giants from the fashion world. The Italian duo designed clothing for, among others, Kylie Minogue, Madonna, Gisele Bündchen, Eros Ramazzotti, which, obviously clearly put the wind in their sails. Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana's joint net worth according to Bloomberg, was estimated at $5.3 billion. The Regina d'Italia is no less than 50 meters long and can accommodate 12 people. Among other things, has a huge walk-in dressing room, what a surprise. A lift from the lower roof to the sundeck. All 4 guest suites are named after tropical animals including the giraffe, the rhino, the elephant, and the crocodile suite. Number 10. Gulfstream 3. Price: $125 million. The Gulfstream 3, in full G1159A Gulfstream 3 is a twin-engine aircraft that is often used as a private jet or for business purposes. The military variant is called C-20. The aircraft was designed and built by Gulfstream Aerospace, a company in Savannah, Georgia. The plane has a maximum speed of 928 km per hour and a range of 6,760 km. This luxury aircraft can accommodate 19 passengers who can travel in the utmost comfort. Just take a look at this stunning interior. Number 9. Boeing 747-281 VIP. Price: $153 million. This originally commercial aircraft was professionally converted by Greenpoint Technologies, a Washington-based firm that delivers aircraft interiors for VIPs and heads of state, to a fully customized private aircraft. This really is a palace in the sky. The 747-281 falls under the Boeing business jet line. It's the largest of the 747 families, and is 10% lighter per seat while consuming 11% less fuel. The reconfigured ultra-long-range business jet has an ultra-large cabin. Number 8. Boeing 767-33 Price $120 to $170 million. One of the most famous owners of this luxury bird is the Russian luxury bird Roman Abramovich, who is known to also own the London football club, Chelsea. The guy is a Russian-Israeli oil billionaire, who is known as one of the Russian oligarchs. In one of our previous episodes, we also saw his yacht called Eclipse. Number 7. Boeing 787-8 BBJ. Price $224 million. Equipped for the transport of a select group of 30 people. Travelers have sleeping chairs, lounges, showers, and entertainment at their disposal. There is even a fully equipped bedroom on board. Number 6. Boeing 747-430. Price $233 million. The Sultan of Brunei is considered to be the richest monarch in the world. Brunei has huge oil wealth. Hence the man can spend a few dollars. The Sultan spared no expense to buy and outfit a private jet for himself and his entourage with this Boeing 747-430. This flying palace has wash basins made out of solid gold and Lalique crystal. Number 5. Airbus A340-300. Price $350 to $500 million. This plane is owned by Alisher Usmanov, who built his wealth through metal and mining operations and investments, and is the majority shareholder of Metalo Invest, a Russian industrial conglomerate, which consolidated in 2006 JSC Metalo Invest's assets. Not bad for a miner. Number 4. Boeing 747-8 Intercontinental BBJ. Price $403 million. Is the older brother of number 6. It has 4,800 square feet of space with a state-of-the-art equipped office. A professional meeting room that allows you to get your business off the ground a little faster. It features a few bathrooms, a huge dining room, and of course a cockpit. Number 3. Airbus A380 Custom. Price $500 million. Owned by billionaire Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, who is a grandson of Abdulaziz Al Saudi, the founder of Saudi Arabia. The prince has invested $19.6 billion in assets through his investments and was ranked 26th on Forbes' 2011 list of billionaires. He already owns a customized 747, an Airbus 231 and a luxury yacht featured in a James Bond film. This private jet, of course, has luxury suites as well as a prayer room with electronic mats which automatically turn towards Mecca. Number 2. Boeing 747 Refit. Price $617 million. This gem, which is owned by an anonymous billionaire, contains 8 double bedrooms on the top deck. It has its own restaurant and different lounges in different styles, but what they do have in common is that they are all decorated with the most expensive furniture available. Number 1. Air Force One. Price $660 million. The number 1 plane that trumps all others. It needs no introduction as it is, without doubt, the most famous of all, the presidential plane of the United States. Air Force One is the call sign used by air traffic control for any United States Air Force aircraft that contains the President of the United States. It's owned and operated by the American government and is a triple-decker, 4,000 square foot behemoth that accommodates 100 passengers and 26 crew members. It can reach speeds of 650 miles per hour and is fully equipped with the most sophisticated technology. It has its own hospital and operating theater and has been designed to withstand meteor strikes, earthquakes, and nuclear war. Air Force One is always given top priority over any other air traffic. Number 10 Zenvo ST1 price $1.2 million. A fairly wild animal to start with that was assembled in Denmark. This cat-like piece of work has a 5.8-liter V8 under the hood that was created by Zenvo themselves. Zenvo limited its production to 15 only. It's got 1,104 horsepower. The motor report, the car set a 0 to 100 km per hour, 62 miles per hour time of 3.0 seconds. With 0 to 200 km per hour, 124 miles per hour taking 8.9 seconds. And a top speed of 375 km per hour, 233 miles per hour. Number 9, Ferrari LaFerrari price, $1.4 million. Initially, 200 of these cars were sold with an additional 9 reserved for use during the Ferrari 70th anniversary celebrations. The design of the V12 flagship received no input from Pininfarina. This is the first Ferrari since the Bertone-styled 1973 Dino 308 GT4 not to have Pininfarina bodywork. The Italian manufacturer states that the car has a top speed exceeding 372 km per hour, 231 miles per hour. 0 to 100 km per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. 0 to 200 km per hour, 0 to 124 miles per hour in under 7 seconds. And 0 to 300 km per hour, 0 or 186 miles per hour in 15 seconds was announced by Ferrari. Number 8, Pagani Huayra, $1.4 million. This car was produced by Italian sports car manufacturer Pagani. Its name refers to Huayra Tata, which is a Quechua wind god. The engine is a 6.0L twin-turbocharged Mercedes-AMG M158 V12. This Huayra has a top speed of about 383 km per hour or 238 miles per hour. And it has a 0 to 100 km per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration time of 2.8 seconds. Number 7 Aston Martin 177 price $1.4 million. Under its fine designed hood, you can find a naturally aspirated V12 that displaces 7.3 liters, which makes it quite a thirsty car if you ask me. It produces 750 horsepower and 553 pound-feet. Those numbers make the 177 the fastest Aston Martin ever made, as this beauty will top 220 miles per hour or 354 kilometers per hour. It takes the 177 as little as 3.5 seconds to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour. See you later, James. Number 6 Koenigsegg 1 price $2 million. This Swedish bomb may have an impressive price tag. Wait till you hear what it's capable of. This wheeled rocket is equipped with a 5.0L twin-turbocharged V8 engine. The name 1 comes from the power-to-weight ratio, which is 1,360 HP to 1,360 kilograms, giving the car 1 PS per 1 kilogram mass. The 1,360 PS power output is the equivalent of 1 megawatt, which is why Koenigsegg claims that the 1 is the world's first mega car. Oh yes, and apart from all this, it can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds. And attain a theoretical top speed of 439 km per hour or 273 miles per hour. Number 5 Ferrari F60 America price $2.5 million. This Ferrari F60 America is a limited production roadster that has been derived from the F12. Built to celebrate 60 years of Ferrari in North America. Originally, only 10 of these were created according to its Italian creator. It is claimed to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds, 0 to 200 km per hour or 0 to 124 miles per hour in 8.5 seconds, and to reach a top speed of 340 km per hour or 211 miles per hour. Number 4, Mansory Vivere Bugatti Veyron price $3.4 million. This wonder of technology was designed and developed in Germany by the Volkswagen Group, but manufactured in Molsheim, France. by French automobile manufacturer Bugatti. It was named after the racing driver Pierre Veyron. The original version has a top speed of 407 km per hour or 253 miles per hour. Number 3. Lykan Hypersport, $3.4 million. The Lykan Hypersport is a Lebanese limited production sports car manufactured by W Motors, a United Arab Emirates-based company. It's the first car that has headlights with embedded jewels. You may have seen this car playing a starring role in 2015 Fast and Furious No. 7 movie. Let me warn you if you intend to go speeding on the Abu Dhabi streets. In June 2015, the Abu Dhabi police purchased a Lykan Hypersport. Lykan Hypersport has a top speed of 395 km per hour or 245 miles per hour. And impressive acceleration times of 2.8 seconds for 0 to 100 km per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour and 9.4 seconds for 0 to 200 km per hour or 0 to 125 miles per hour. Number 2 runner-up is the Lamborghini Veneno with a price tag of $4.5 million. This fortune on wheels was developed to celebrate Lamborghini's 50th anniversary. It was introduced at the 2013 Geneva Motor Show. The Lamborghini Veneno has a top speed of 356 km per hour or 221 miles per hour and has a 0 to 100 km per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration time of 2.9 seconds. And the number 1 most expensive car on earth is Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, priced at $4.8 million. Trevita is an abbreviation in Swedish which translates into 3 whites. Under the hood, you find a 4.8-liter, dual supercharged V8 with a total output of 1,004 horsepower. Just 3 of these Swedish beauties were ever made. Performance. Maximum speed just over 400 km per hour or 249 miles per hour. From 0 to 100 km per hour or 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds. From 0 to 200 km per hour or 0 to 124 miles per hour in expensive athletes' homes. Number 10. Derek Jeter. Price, $12 million. For those who don't know him, Jeter is a former American baseball player in Major League Baseball. He played with the New York Yankees as a shortstop until 2014. Jeter was one of the most popular players and captain of the Yankees. Since September 14, 2008, Jeter has been the record holder for singles in the old Yankee Stadium. On July 9, 2011, against the Tampa Bay Rays, Derek hit his 3,000th base hit in the MLB with a home run. The neighbors call this house St. Jetersburg. This lodge is a whopping 3,875 square feet and is located on the Davis Islands in Tampa, Florida. Number 9. Chris Bosh. Price, $12.5 million. NBA star Christopher Wesson Bosh played with the Miami Heat alongside LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. And also won the championship twice. He has earned a nice place twice and thick. He recently put this up for sale for $12.5 million because he has 2 more. Number 8. Anna Kournikova. Price, $26 million. The neighborhood where Anna Kournikova lives with her Enrique Iglesias is called Millionaire Row for a reason. Billy Joel, Lil Wayne, Cher, and Rosie O'Donnell, among others, live in this street. The images speak for themselves. Number 7. Michael Jordan. Price, $29 million. Mr. Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan remains loyal to Chicago. Because this fine piece of real estate was built in the Windy City. The iconic NBA player wants to sell this house but has a hard time getting rid of it. Because of the rather high price tag. Well, what did you expect? A soccer field. Number 6. Joe Montana. Price, $35 million. Villa Montana is the name of the home of the legendary San Francisco 49ers quarterback. This villa is 900 square meters and is located on a domain of no less than 202 hectares. The house overlooks the fantastic California vineyards. Joe has his own olive farm here. Beautiful horse stables. A basketball court, swimming pool, and swimming pond. And a bowling alley. The 4-time Super Bowl winner recently put the house up for sale at a giveaway price of $35 million. Touchdown. We are halfway, be sure to stick around till the end because you're about to hear a pretty incredible story. Number 5. Alex Rodriguez. Price, $38 million. Nicknamed a Rod, the former Major League Baseball star lives on the coast in Florida and, therefore, fitted his home with hurricane-resistant glazing. If you don't know anything about baseball, he is certainly known to you as the other half of J-Lo. Rodriguez has also been nicknamed the Cooler by some players, due to the alleged tendency of teams to get cold when he joins them, and warm when he leaves. I hope that's not the case with J-Lo. Number 4. David Beckham. Price, $39.6 million. Another celebrity couple. David, of course, lives here with his wife Victoria, better known as Posh Spice. This building in the heart of London dates from the 19th century. The Beckhams plan to sell it soon but are still doing a few minor renovations worth $6.6 million, just to push up the selling price a bit. Number 3. Tom Brady. Price, $40 million. NFL quarterback Tom Brady and his wife Gisele Bündchen recently sold this house to the most famous doctor in the world, namely Dr. Dre. Here comes the incredible story. Number 2. Greg Norman. Price, $65 million. Golf seems like a sport that does not pay badly. Australian Greg Norman was one of the most successful golfers between 1980 and 1990. This mansion is proof that the man has made himself quite a good living. The 26,000 square foot home was completely remodeled in 2009 and had a garage for 14 vehicles, a coach house, a beach house, 10 bedrooms, and 17 bathrooms. He bought the property in 1991 for only $4.5 million, and now wanted to sell it for $65 million. Speaking of a hole-in-one, all drinks are on Greg. But due to its price tag, Norman found no buyer. And after years of trying, and after dropping the price to a ridiculous $55 million, good old Greg was so fed up that he had the property demolished. The man is into real estate these days, and will build a completely new resort from scratch on these grounds. Norman's assets are estimated at $300 million. Number 1. Tiger Woods. Prize, $70 million. Our golfing horny Tiger likes a golden cage. This fantastic home was made entirely to the wishes of Tiger and his now ex-wife Ellen. Like our previous home, it is also located on Jupiter Island in Florida. After his divorce, he completely converted it into a huge man cave to enjoy the bachelor's life to the fullest. Tiger has built no fewer than 4 putting greens here with bunkers of different depths. A matter of being focused on the job. There is also a tennis court, a basketball court, an athletics track, and a diving pool. There were reports in 2013 that the house began to sink due to Florida's soft soils. Don't let them drain you, Tiger. Number 10. Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. Value, $500,000. In September 2020 he was ranked 339 on the Forbes Top 400 Richest Americans. His net worth is $2.5 billion. One of the things Donald Trump misses the most since he became president is the fact that he is no longer allowed to drive a car himself. Like a real car fanatic, he owns a nice collection of luxury cars, including this Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. When this car came on the market in 2003, it really was the creme de la creme, and let's face it, she's still a beauty. This super sports car has a V8 engine with no less than 623 horsepower and a top speed from 335 km per hour. And this is not fake news. Number 9. Rolls-Royce Phantom. Value, $500,000. In addition to super comfortable leather seats, this ultra-luxury car also contains TV and a champagne refrigerator. A few fun Donald Trump facts. He would have been a real nuisance as a child and was sent to military school by his family to work on his behavior. He also turned out to be a true bully in class towards his fellow classmates. Donald spent most of his life in New York, when he was away for 107 days because of presidential duties. It was his longest absence since his birth in 1946 in Queens. Number 8. Trump golf courses. Value, $465 million. Trump is a true golf addict and does not hide his love for the noble sport. He owns as many as 10 golf clubs in the United States, and 8 more spread across different continents, from Ireland and Scotland to Dubai. A few more Trump facts. In 1990 he won a Razzie for the worst supporting role in the movie Ghosts Can't Do It. Ex-wife Ivana called him in 1982 during an interview the Donald, a nickname which he has not lost since then, alongside other beautiful AKAs such as Donnie, the Trumpet, Mr. Meticulous, and of course, the orange one. Number 7. Private jet Boeing 757. Value, $100 million. This Boeing 757 is from the year 2011. As usual, as with his hotels and buildings, his name is written on the plane. The Boeing is designed to normally hold 228 passengers. With a length of 74 meters, it is 3 times the size of the average private jet. It is powered by 2 Rolls-Royce engines. Donald had everything redesigned to his own taste. As much as possible is covered with gold, from the seatbelts and sink to the toilet. During the flight, he can relax in the lounge, or have a bite to eat in this beautiful dining room. Of course, the food is prepared by his own private top chef. There is also a cinema room, and of course a master bedroom. Number 6. Sikorsky S-76 helicopter. Value, $7 million. Just like his private jet, he has to leave this private helicopter in storage until after his presidency. After all, he is obliged to use Air Force One, or the helicopter version, Marine One. This of course for security reasons. This helicopter always flies in a group of 5 identical helicopters, of which, obviously, only one contains the president, and the other 4 serve merely as a decoy. Trump bought this Sikorsky for $6 million but spent nearly an extra $1 million to have it completely converted to Trump standards. By this, we mean, of course, that just like in his plane, the seats were equipped with the most refined leather, and everything in metal was replaced by 24-karat gold. And the family name is written in large on the sides. We're halfway there. Keep watching because it will only get better. Number 5. Trump Winery in Charlottesville, Virginia. Value, $30 million. This vineyard is located in the Piedmont region of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Trump purchased it in 2011 and it's being managed by his son Eric Trump. Its 227 acres make it the largest winery in Virginia. Trump Winery produces 36,000 cases of wine every year. Did you know Trump has never drunk a drop of alcohol? Number 4. Trump Tower in New York. Value, $167 million. Real estate is what made Donald Trump great. This proud Trump Tower is certainly an exponent of this. This building represents an area of 244,000 square feet of office and retail space. Did you know that Trump already owned 14,000 apartments at the age of 27? Despite the fact that he had quite some social skills, he made few close friendships. This appears to be a typical characteristic of successful entrepreneurs. Trump also turns out to be a huge fast food fanatic. His favorites are McDonald's, KFC, and Burger King. He once requested the White House chef to try to copy a McDonald's meal, as precise as possible. Number 3. Mar-a-Lago Resort in Palm Beach, Florida. Value, $180 million. This luxury private resort contains 126 rooms and covers a total area of 10,000 square meters. The Trump family has its own private residence here in an enclosed part of the building and gardens. Take a look and enjoy immeasurable luxury. This is sometimes called the President's Winter White House. With Melania, Trump is already on his 3rd wife. She is from Slovenia. Previously there was already Mari Maples, and his first marriage was to Ivana. Number 2. Trump International Hotel Las Vegas. Value, $59 million. This 64-story luxury hotel is a no smoking and also a no gaming hotel. Otherwise, the hotel claims on its website, if you can't always get what you want, you must be staying somewhere else. The hotel has 352 suites and 46 luxury Vegas penthouses. Number 1. Avenue of America's Building, New York City. Value, $342 million. An entire block in the center of Manhattan. The substantial building sits between 51st and 52nd Street. At street level, its lustrous all-white marble enclosed lobby leads the way to 43 stories of office space, offering breathtaking views of Central Park and New York City's skyline. The building's reputation and history is treasured by tenants new and old. Grandpa Friedrich Trump emigrated from the German town Kallstadt at the age of 16 to the United States. He made his fortune running restaurants and hotels for gold miners during the Klondike Gold Rush. Donald originally has Scottish-German roots.